Hello everyone, welcome to Anthropology 1 at Long Beach City College. This is a course on physical or biological anthropology, and this video will help you get started in the class and help you navigate the Canvas course shell as well as going over some key terms from the syllabus. So first of all, just to get started, my name is Professor Reynolds. I'll be teaching this online class. If you have any questions, the best way to contact me is via email, which is right here. Also on the homepage, you'll see a link to the syllabus and a link to the online version of the Explorations textbook for this course. As far as navigating the course shell, it's pretty straightforward. We have the homepage, the announcements on the left-hand side where I'll post weekly updates, the modules, the grades tab, and then Tech Connect Zoom. And this is where you'd go if you make a meeting with me for office hours. All right, so let's take a look at the modules section. So first off, you'll notice the welcome module, which is where you'll find this video and the syllabus, as well as some writing guidelines and contact guidelines for the course. You'll notice that each week is set up into individual modules. So for example, for week 1, you'll click through the assignments for that week, all in this singular module. So I have included the PDF files for each chapter in case you'd rather download them and read them offline. You can also just read the corresponding chapter online. I also have the PowerPoint slides, and I usually have extra resources here with extra things you can go over, videos, etc. And again, these are additional. You don't have to complete the extra resources. And then you just click next to get to the next component of the class. So for the first week, you'll have 2 discussion boards. One will be on the course content, and then one will be an introduction. This is an introduction discussion board, so all you'll be doing is introducing yourself and giving an interesting fact about yourself, and then responding to other students. The second discussion board, you'll have directed questions based off things you learned in the reading and based off this video linked in the discussion board. It's really important that you read the prompt and the requirements for each discussion board, and keep in mind that when you're replying to another student, instead of saying, hey, you did a good job, or evaluating other students, the goal is to create a conversation and kind of respond or elaborate on something that they're commenting in the discussion board. So just make sure you're adding to the conversation rather than evaluating other student submissions. All right. And then we also have a quiz on the week 1 assignments. And then you should be able to hit next and then end up in the following module. So week 2. So it's pretty straightforward. As long as you click through the modules for each week, you'll have all your readings and assignments all laid out for you in one place. Let's go over the syllabus. All right, for the syllabus for this class, there's some really key information here, so I just wanted to make sure to go over it with you all. First off, this is a second 8-week class, which means we don't start until October 21st, and we go through December 15th. Keep this in mind, it's an accelerated semester, so you'll have more work to do each week, and it's easier to fall behind, so make sure you're keeping up with the weekly deadlines. I'll also have Zoom office hours. These are by appointment only, which means you need to email me and schedule a specific time to meet with me. There's no requirement to meet on Zoom. It's really just if you have questions that you can't have answered by email, then you would make an appointment. All right. So first off, we're using an open access textbook. So it's a free textbook available online. You don't need to purchase anything for this course. And you just click this link to go to the internet version of the textbook. And again, I also have the PDF files in the weekly readings if you'd like. Keep in mind, I'm using the first edition of this textbook, so make sure you're reading the first edition. I've included links to that edition, but just keep that in mind. As I stated, all of the assignments are in weekly modules for this course, and you'll usually have some combination of discussion boards and quizzes for each week's module. So just make sure to look through that week and make sure you're completing all of the assignments. Several weeks have multiple quizzes or multiple posts, so just keep that in mind. We'll also have exams. There will only be 2 exams for this class. The first exam is on weeks 1 through 3, and the second exam is on weeks 4 through 8. And you have 4 hours and 1 attempt to complete those exams. The quizzes, you have 30 minutes to complete, and again, 1 attempt. And for both the quizzes and the exams, feel free to use notes that you've taken while doing the reading in order to succeed on those tests. We also have an extra credit assignment, which I'll tell you more about later in the semester, and will be announced in the announcements. I have the tentative class schedule here, which goes over the weekly dates, topics, and readings for each week. In terms of communicating with me, make sure you're emailing me from your Long Beach City College email account or through the Canvas inboxing tool. The outside email addresses get filtered as spam by the EDU accounts, so keep that in mind when you're contacting me. Make sure to use this email address to contact me, include what class you're in, and your first and last name. Again, I will hold Zoom office hours by appointment only, so if you need to meet, make sure you schedule that with me directly. So this is a fully online class, and I don't record attendance, but if you don't submit weekly assignments, you will be dropped from the class as a no-show for lack of participation. I don't accept makeups for this course, and I don't tolerate disrespect of other students or myself. So make sure you're following the code of conduct policy, not partaking in any plagiarism or cheating, and that you're respectful of both myself and other students in the course discussions and assignments. So just keep in mind, when I say no makeups for assignments, this really just applies to not completing work on time because of poor time management. If you have a family illness or an emergency come up and you need an extension, please contact me. The only exception I cannot make is the end of the term deadline. So when the semester ends, I can't accept late work after that point, since I have to submit final grades within a timely manner in order to meet my deadlines for submitting final grades. So just keep that in mind. Also, if you have any questions about accommodations, or if you need any further assistance in the class, reach out to me, reach out to the DSPS office, and just use those resources to succeed in the course. I think we're going to have a great semester, so I look forward to having you all in my class, and make sure to reach out to me if you have any concerns, and to have a great time learning about biological anthropology.